So
He's got.
yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go mute so you'll hear my loud roommate.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll watch you count down with your hands on parsec, and I'll just BJ win when you're at the 0.
Okay.
Great. Good luck, gamers.
All right. Well,
Thanks.
I'll time the countdown with the clock. So, ready? Countdown starting. 5, 4. Hello, gamers, friends, donors, viewers. How you doing? How's it going?
Hey.
Hey. Who is
Hey,
that?
JB.
Who are you people?
What's up? I'm Doug.
Hi, Doug. How are you?
Stupendous. It's Friday.
Amazing. Hi, I'm Lana. I'm hanging out here too. It's good to see all of you tonight. I hope you're spectacular.
My mic is no longer quiet. It should
It's
be.
super loud.
Let me know if it's loud now.
I doubled it.
Yeah, 20 decibels.
Dead headphone users everywhere.
Dead phone users, am I right?
True. Ooh, spooky. Happy Halloween.
My mic is still a lot quieter. What?
I'm just too powerful.
Oh, I know why. Okay, maybe I do need to do 20 decibels. Or no,
You're going plus 20?
I need to lower desktop audio a little bit.
Yeah, just lower me. Apparently, I'm a problem. I'm making you look bad.
How's
Doug's too
that?
loud.
How is that?
Do you want me to scream?
Yeah, can you just like sing corn or something?
Say something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, like let me beatbox real fast.
Yeah, there you go. How is that? How's the audios? Dead phone users. I need press 1 if audio is good. Press 2 if it's still bad. Doug is. I turned him.
Still? Well,
I
there
turned
might be
him
delay.
down. I turned him
Well,
down.
here's what you do: is never make me laugh, and you'll be fine.
Why is this happening?
I'm blowing out too. I can turn down my own gain a smidge.
I'm turning desktop audio down to like -16.
Hop off with the chaos. Thank you.
Way better now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. Press
The
1.
13 things we tried, one of them might have worked.
Yeah. 1. Okay, it's corn. Spelled wrong. 11 out of 10. All right. Stop posting fake numbers.
Real numbers only.
What's Raider display?
No imaginary numbers.
I think it's supposed to be radar, and they just probably Natsume it. Which means, good job, Natsume. You spell things wrong. Do better.
Very cool. Anyway, hello. We're playing Harvest Moon Magical Melody. This is a game that the three of us all kind of have a special relationship to. Because Doug and I have been friends for a while, and then one day he raided Lana when she was speedrunning this game. And then I said, that looks cool. I want to speedrun this game too. And then I did, and then Lana stopped. So now I'm just gonna play it. Wow, it's a big donation already.
Yo, let's go.
Look at that big
Things
old
for
chest.
me to do.
Wow, it's my friend Ganon11.
Are you taking Doug's job?
No.
No,
He doesn't know the secret words, and you don't
Please.
know if I'm making them up.
What's the password?
$100 dues from Ganon11, who asks, "What's a festival I want to see?"
All right, well,
Ooh.
there you go. Okay, so to explain everything, let me actually say what we're doing. I've literally just been sitting on the press start screen for 3 minutes. So this is Harvest Moon Magical Melody. This is a fall-ish type game because it's about harvesting and moons. There is a pumpkin festival in the game. There's a pumpkin festival in the game, and the ultimate goal is that we are going to get to that festival. That'll be the end. But we're going to marry somebody in the process. We got to do a marriage first. And to do that, we have 3 candidates. We have a candidate named Katie. We have a candidate named Dia. And we have a candidate named Gina. Those are the 3. You can Google them if you want and see which one looks the coolest. But your donations are going to decide which one of the 3 we're going to marry. And the way this game works is that it's based on seasons. So we're going to close that as soon as I get to summer 1. So after spring 30 is summer 1. Once we hit that, that's going to be the cutoff. So in your donations, say which one of the 3 lucky candidates. This is like an episode of Bachelorette. Or I guess Bachelor. Yeah, Bachelor. That's the one. There you go. Yeah, we'll do that. And yeah, so we'll marry them and then we'll go to the pumpkin festival.
I'm just happy I get to open a spreadsheet.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and there you go. So we have 2 little incentives. For every $5 we get, I will just pet my dog. You can pet the dog in this game, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
You can do stuff with your dog that's pet-like. And
You can do one thing.
Yeah. And every $100 we raise, it's not a $100 single donation, but every $100 we hit, I will distract myself and go to another unrelated festival.
Gina was the 3rd Smoople.
Yeah. Katie,
Yeah.
Dia, and Gina.
Gina. Gina. That's the one.
You spelled that like a spelling bee. Use Gina
Use it in a
sentence.
sentence. Yeah. And if we hit $2,500, which is under $500 away before the end of the segment, I have a special surprise planned that I think fans of the marathon are going to be very happy about. But anyway, first person memory card can't be found. I have what?
Great start.
There's my memory card, bro.
My memory card.
It's right here. You do want to be able to save.
Also, are we getting game audio now? Because I know initially there was no game audio.
What?
Maybe it's
No,
coming.
I think
through
we're good now.
We're good now? Okay,
It
cool.
was coming through the Discord stream at least.
Solid.
And we already have to go to a festival thanks to Ganon 11.
Yeah, we'll go to the Eggerino Festival. Or actually, no, we'll go. Why don't we go to the horse festival? Because that one's the best one. Because you just leave.
It's also mandatory if we need to get Katie.
Is it?
Ganon, who do you vote for also?
It is.
Oh,
Because-
all right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll go. All right, first person to pick a season. I'll pick that one.
Nope, game's quiet.
Game is
Just to
quiet.
make your life harder. Yeah.
Hold on.
Just switch me in the game.
Okay, I bumped up the game. It should be louder now.
Pump up the dram.
That's a dono.
Oh my gosh.
$5 from ZQ Lena saying please pet the dog.
All right, we will pet the dog as soon as we get it. Lena, do you want to name the dog since you were the first one to donate for it? Also, somebody pick a season.
Ooh.
Pick a season. Fall? All right, we'll do it.
Do you have to pet the dog 20 times for Ganon?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Gannon. Also, Lena, you can choose what the dog's name is. And also, we need you to pick either Katie, Gina, or Dia. Well, Doug, you haven't read the donation, so maybe she
I
said.
did. She said
Oh.
pet the dog.
the
She didn't
dog.
say anything about anyone except the dog. Marry the dog.
Okay, so basic introduction to what's going on right now. We learn about a super cool, epic farming experience taking place in the Flower Bud Village. We meet the mayor who's like, yo, I have 3 beautiful parcels of land for you to choose from. We've got village, ocean, and river, and you have to pick one of them. You also have to name yourself, and we go with the classic, because it's fast. Oh,
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not. Never mind, we're not speedrunning. We're speed zooming. Oh, yes. Perfect. Never mind. We name ourselves Dampe and then we choose a house.
Nice.
And basically, all of these houses have different benefits and detriments. For example, the village is just close to everything, so it's great, but it's super small. The river plot is great because it's fertile, got good place to put plants, and it's medium-sized. The ocean plot is huge, but the soil sucks. So it's really great for animals, but it is super bad for plants. But we're choosing the ocean plot because it is super close to a few of the places that we have to go. So it's great. And
There you go.
it's my favorite, personally, of the basic plots.
That's $100 for Dia. And then Lena says
Ooh.
that the dog's name will be Rufus, which is the name of Lena's dog, by the way. That's why.
I love that.
Yeah, just the first 6 minutes or so of this game is literally just like intro cutscenes before you can actually do stuff.
It's exposition. Are you going to do the fast menuing? Let's
No.
go. Oh my god. Jamie.
No, it's super
How-
fast. I exited the menu right away.
I'm fine.
Are you?
How could you invite me onto this place? This cursed place.
Lana is much better at menuing than I am, so
Oh shoot.
Hey, look,
Thank
it's
you, Lena.
you.
Now I have to figure out who these people are.
Hey, I'm cosplaying her, kind of.
Yo!
Close. Whatever.
Pretty good. We have $50 from Mojo saying, Lana, you look radiant. Jamie, you look well. Doug, you sound great. Nice. Katie, please. Thank you.
Aww. So basically what's going down here is the harvest goddess is super depressed because everybody has forgotten how to love. They have forgotten how to everything nice. So she gets super dramatic and turns herself to stone because she's that depressed.
Dang.
And then Jamie, this is our rival that we'll see throughout the game. And basically they just are super angry and are like, I need to save the harvest goddess, but they don't do a super great job, which is where we come along.
You're not getting any notes, which is what you really need to do.
Yep. Typically, to save the harvest goddess, you need to collect 50 musical notes. And collecting 50 musical notes, well, collecting musical notes in general is done by completing a variety of tasks. There's a lot of things that you can do to get them, notably different farming requirements, mining, accomplishing different tasks in the game, befriending a lot of characters. So you'll see a couple notes here and there. But not 50. So we'll never save the harvest goddess in this run, and you can get 100 to end the game, like 100% completion. But yeah, we're not doing that. Sorry. So we'll get a couple.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yes, the rival's name is Jamie, and that's the entire reason why I own this game, is because I read about it in Nintendo Power and said that was pretty cool. I want this game.
Nice.
Yep.
And yes, you can marry Jamie.
Mhm.
And unsurprisingly, nobody has ever done it as fast as I have. That is my one claim to
That's
fame with this
true.
game.
Very good.
This is true. So the reason that Jamie marriage is so questionable as well in this game is because it actually ends the game the second that you marry them. There's no way to continue besides going back to your last save. So that's fun. But yeah, otherwise, here's where we come in. Jack looking lovely. And they tell us you need to collect musical notes to save the harvest goddess. And for the rest of this run, we are going to ignore that one very specific piece of advice, and we're just gonna leave and say, nah, we getting married. And that's it.
Just looking through my notes here, just trying to make sure. Okay, so gotta give turnips to Alex and Joe for Dia. But for
Are they
Katie,
going to give you some Rice Krispies?
just gotta. No, they're just. They
Grandpa.
just like turnips. Just happen to be like one of the best items for gifting.
There's Jamie.
Yeah, it's Big J.
Oh my gosh. It is just called Jamie Marriage, but I'll
Yeah.
go update it. I'll go sabotage the leaderboard. I'm just
Damn.
gonna take this off. It's falling.
She has the power.
Get a nice mark in my face.
All right, we're almost done with this cutscene. Just like every game I speedrun has a several minute long cutscene. It's unskippable. It's kind of what this
It's
is.
mental preparation.
Yep. Jamie percent. No. If there's not a number or the word any in front of it, it's not a percent.
There's a lot of discourse around whether any game that doesn't actually track a real percentage anywhere should use
Yeah.
things like any percent or 100%. Lots of people fight for like beat the game as the name of the category instead.
Yeah, and I'm firmly on team don't put a percent if there's no number.
So are you against any percent?
No, any percent is fine because it just means get any percentage to beat the game. That's fine.
Sure. Okay.
Any percent, low percent, that's like it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's Doggo.
Hey!
It's Rufus.
Pupper.
You got a pet coming.
Mm-hmm. Shout outs to Rufus. Lovely dog. I was at Lena's house last weekend, and we were playing a game called Can Jam. And it is this distinct yellow frisbee that you throw around. And Rufus only wanted the yellow frisbee. As soon as he saw we were playing with it, he realized it was the important one, and he didn't care about any of his other toys. It's just the yellow frisbee. All right, I'm gonna go do the menuing that I was supposed to do earlier.
Okay. We'll take it.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Oh, hold
That's
on.
funny.
That needs to move. We gotta move that.
It does have to go one square. Yeah. Or we'll take it.
It's been a while. All right, and
Oh,
we're gonna
put
go.
yours
Just
there.
go to bed.
All right. This
So-
is my favorite moment of the whole game, right
Yeah.
here.
We have Lana's favorite character, built like a thwomp, as I say. It's Bob.
It's Bob. I love Bob.
Lana, would you like to tell everybody about the speedrun category you made up for this game?
Oh, okay. So if you go to the meme section, or the other runs of Harvest Moon Magical Melody, you will see a run called Bob Thong %. Reason being that I noticed when you do the swim festival in this game, which takes place on Summer 3, that Bob is one of the optional NPCs that shows up during the swim festival. And he wears, you know, those little like sumo underwears? I don't know the official name for them, but I called it a thong and I got really excited about it. So I made a category called Bob Thong % where you have to get to the swim festival and you have to win it with Bob as an NPC. Also, you have to name yourself Bob Thong. It's very challenging. I got a 22-22 and just called it a day. There is a faster time than mine. I'm not going back. The RNG is brutal.
Yeah, because he might not show up at all.
Yeah, no, and so there are 4 characters that swim in the swim festival. One of them is you, one of them is always Jamie, and 2 of them are totally random NPCs, some of which aren't, like, they don't even have to be in town. So, like, you could get Lewis, and Lewis isn't even in town yet. So it's interesting.
He just loves swimming. He's in it for the love of the game.
Yeah, he is.
Hate the player, hate the game. All right.
Yeah.
So we're just doing a couple preliminary things here. We need to wait for the spring farm to open. It opens at 9, so we just take care of everything else we need to do for the day beforehand.
Mhm.
Bob, what?
So the really fun thing about this tree too is the reason we're getting rid of it is because we need to build a bigger house in order to get married. We need the big crib. And the stump is actually not in the way of the larger house. It's just the leaves of this tree. So if you knock it down and walk away, you can build the level 3 house. You just have to get those leaves out of the way. And then now we're just draining our stamina for funsies,
Yep.
because if we pass out when we plant the seed, it just makes it 10 times faster to deal with. So we're gonna do that.
Mhm.
Just gonna hyperventilate after all this whistling.
And I get one more whistle because I'm planting 2 different
Sweet.
things. And now we just wait for 9. So I'm buying 6 turnip seeds and 1 breadfruit.
It grows bread.
So breadfruit is actually a real thing, I found out.
There's also an ugly
Interesting.
fruit.
Yeah.
Here we go. More cutscenes here, just waiting to get some siege.
Lots of tutorial. It's great. And the human equivalent of a cupcake lives here. I love her.
So true.
It's Nina. She cute.
Wait, it's not pronounced Nina?
Oh no. Negative 10 points.
Yep. So we get that. So yeah, I'm just gonna buy a breadfruit and then as many turnip seeds as I can. And seeds are very important for this speed run.
It's a seed run.
It is a seed run.
Oh, true. Danny with the whistling tips. The true professional whistler.
True. Just careful not to go below. Yeah, okay, good. Oh yeah, we're not duped. Sorry. That's my bad.
Are we
Spoilers.
cheating?
Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
We'll be there
I was
soon
like-
enough.
Heck yeah, never
Unbelievable.
mind. I was getting ahead of myself.
So this, and you see I have stamina for exactly 1 more. Now this, and then boom.
And then
Oof.
die. Roll credits.
It's so good.
So there is a real reason we want to do this, is because for some reason one of the marriage requirements is meeting Alex the doctor. And
Yes.
so there's 2 ways you can meet Alex. You either pass out and wake up in the hospital, or you just go into the hospital normally. But the cutscene where you pass out is actually shorter than just walking in and meeting him, so we opt for that one.
hmm The running theory that we have is because as soon as you get married, there's like a timer for you or your partner to get pregante. And basically we think that you need to meet Alex because you deliver the baby in the clinic. So if you have never met Alex, you're in trouble. That's kind of the assumption.
Yeah, a stranger delivering your baby.
Terrifying.
And so there I mashed A to get out of the house, because if we don't, then we get a note, which loses time. We're not trying to get notes in this run at all.
This is a speed run. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I
don't
think
need
we
Chivos.
saved the goddess.
No, it's a cool statue. We keep it around.
Heck yeah.
Alright, so once again, if it's not raining, I'm going to listen here. Doesn't sound like it's raining. I'm going to go pet the dog. Oh wait, we
Yeah.
got to meet Carl too.
Yes,
More
Carl.
cutscenes. Carl.
Can you pet Carl?
You cannot pet Carl.
You cannot pet Carl.
Alright, so right now we have what, $100 for Dia and 5 for Katie, I think.
55 for Katie because EQ gave me the power.
Yeah. Okay.
And 100 for Dia. Yeah.
So guys, we got to make up this decision by the time I sleep on Spring 30. That's what it is. And we have a donation
Okay.
challenge for who we're gonna marry between Katie, Gina, and Dia. Your donations can affect who we go for. This is how you pet the dog.
Pet that dog.
Give him a
Wow.
little nausea there.
Yes, there is a pregante feature in this game. But you have the child and it can be a baby and then a toddler and it never grows up after that. Sorry. You just have a toddler forever.
Wow.
And just as a reminder, if we hit 2,500 raised before the end of this segment, we have a special surprise plan that I really want to show you guys.
Yay.
Hey, Dono.
Oh my gosh,
Nope.
it's your tweet.
No, you're being featured. You're
wow,
famous.
I'm gonna go
Congratulations.
like that tweet.
Want to be famous? Alright, so here's our turnip, which I'm just gonna store for now. And then water the breadfruit again. No. Sometimes this game sometimes just is no consistency. Oops.
Oh, you're so good at this.
The plant dodged you. Moved right out of the way.
Alright, so we also need to go find a green herb in case we have to marry Gina or Dia.
All about that
Oh, you need to
beautiful
introduce yourself,
heart-shaped
Pokemon.
plant.
This is yeah, and this is completely random. They can spawn really close, or we might have to be searching for a while.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, so basically what I've called them is like heavy nature
There's
items and nature items, with heavies being rocks, trees, that sort of stuff. Those always spawn in the exact same spot every time. Bam! But berries, herbs, flowers, those all spawn randomly. I'm not sure if they're seeded or not. We've never super looked into that. Assume they are, but we've never manipulated them. So if you want to learn how to speedrun, hit me up.
You say even the code of the game has seeds in it?
Oh
My goodness.
gosh.
I need to water my breadfruit one more time.
So you
Nope.
didn't
Yeah,
find
it's a-
anyone, so you just went to bed?
Yeah.
Cool. Only 23 more days to get your votes in,
Yep.
folks.
Vote with your donations.
Do it.
It's in-game days, though.
Yeah.
You actually don't have much time.
So no rain at all, which sucks. But
Darn.
What's the advantage of rain? Just waters your crops?
yeah,
Hmm.
On a slow note?
this note is basically unavoidable.
Yeah, that's the introvert note, which is we went to bed because we didn't see anybody,
No.
and that's what happened. It's
Like, don't talk to
because we
anyone in a
talked
whole
to them.
day?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get that one pretty quick, too.
Alright, let's get this bread. Oh wait, no, I need to water it one more day. No! I counted wrong. It's spring 9. That's fine, we can fix this. Listen, I'm perfectly okay with a child-free life. No need for that with my lifestyle.
Awesome.
Alright. Now the magic is gonna happen.
I hope you like glitches.
No glitches? Okay, so I do need a blank space in my inventory. And I am gonna save here. Save over that. Alright, so here we go. Here is the dupe glitch. I think that was it. Oh, you guys get a dog.
A free pet.
A free pet.
Okay, there's the dupe glitch. It
Hey!
worked. First try.
Hooray!
So essentially, if you throw a turnip seed and mash A and B alternating, excuse me, your inventory enters a glitch state where you essentially have infinite of every item in your inventory, and you get a bunch of money as well for some reason. And you can see my inventory here is like really glitched. The caveat is that you cannot put any new items into your inventory, and any item you pick up and try to put into your rucksack is deleted forever. But as you can see here, I can just keep shipping these herbs. And we're gonna ship 30 of them, so I'm just gonna hopefully count. I have a system for counting.
Is it time-based?
No, it is using my other finger, or my other hand, to put up fingers, excuse me.
Yeah.
We're at 12
He's
right
counting
now.
with his toes.
When I speedrun this game seriously, I had a strategy where I would put a counter on screen and just increment it, so I didn't have to do it manually.
That comes into play even harder later when you see how we develop affection with somebody. Because 30 is easy, but wait until it's over 150. I hope you like counting, friends. So yeah, the one downside that Jamie mentioned about all of this is, for example, because we are glitched like this, if we were to go get the item to get married, it is a one-time item. And if you put it away in your rucksack while you are glitched, it disappears forever and there's no way to get it unless you reset to your previous save.
That's scary.
Yep.
Is it a blue feather?
It is the blue feather.
Yeah.
And
All right.
there are two ways to unglitch yourself. You can either buy a bigger rucksack because that alters the state of the rucksack itself, or you can save and reload the game file that you're playing on.
Mhm.
So we tend to use both of those methods in a longer any percent run, just depending on where we're at in the game. But here we will always, save and reload, especially around la marriage time.
All right, so now I'm gonna go over to our good friend Joe, talk to him, and then give him 15 turnips.
Heck yeah.
This because we need to befriend a carpenter in order to build a bigger house, which you need to marry somebody. Yeah, so you go ahead.
No
Yeah,
more.
go ahead. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go
I'll
for
say
it.
Okay, so Joe's actually the fastest character to marry. Reason being, he has a really easy loved item that we can spam gift. And what we're doing here when we're spam gifting is he will say, please stop giving me gifts, but we don't listen. Please don't do that in real life. Please, consent is great. But he says no more gifts. And what they didn't keep track of is, he doesn't get the initial affection points that you get when you give a gift for the first time. But he still gets affection points every time he puts away an item. So there's different values for your first gift of the day and when he puts it away. So I believe it's plus 20 for a loved item, and then it's plus 5 when he puts it away for a loved item.
Yeah.
So we got the plus 20 for the initial game of the day, but now we're getting plus 5 every time he puts it away.
I'm begging you. My house is full of turnips. Please stop.
So
This is
Joe's the
13.
fastest because we need one heart with one of the construction dudes anyways. So you can tackle two birds with one stone and get Joe and get the house at the same time. Get the man, get the house.
Here we go. This is the last
the
one.
marriage.
Nice.
All right, so now we need to buy a bunch of lumber.
Oh,
Sometimes the dupe glitch can make your money a little weird, so we just swap stuff in our inventory and I get money again.
heck yeah.
Don't ask questions. That's just how it works.
It tends to do that, I think, if you have the open spot in the first slot. Don't know why. We haven't figured that out yet, but sometimes it's just a little goofy. Heck yeah, big house.
Already, my goodness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you cheat.
Fair.
All right, so I'm gonna have to undo the dupe glitch at some point. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll wait. We'll wait until spring 30, and we'll see. But we'll still go to the horse festival. But I do need to make my way over to the hospital now. Look at that inventory. So yeah, guys, there's not too much time left to decide because this is really all I need to do in spring. I just need to go after this to the horse festival, and then we're done with spring.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is there a second spring festival? If we get $20, we can go to a second festival.
if we get $20, I think there is. I believe there is another.
There's a flower festival if we get a moondrop flower in before spring 23.
All right, if we get a 20 in before spring 23, then we'll go do another festival.
Yeah.
Is it just on convenient, like $100 increments?
Yeah, $100 increments.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Excellent.
All right.
So yeah, once again, we're making use of the spam gifting strat here, with Alex also having turnips as a loved gift, which is a massive win. So once again, he gets the plus 20 affection points for the initial gift of the day and plus 5 every time he puts it away. So we're bumping him up to that 1 heart because if we get either Gina or Dia, we need to be friends with Alex for him to build the sanatorium
Mm-hmm.
with both of those lovely ladies hanging out. in the sanatorium.
What are the totals at right now, Doug?
$55 for Katie, $100 for Dia, and $0 for Gina.
Oh, poor Gina. All right, guys. Get your donations in. Go to donate.zeldathon.com. Raising money for Gamers Outreach, which is a charity that helps kids in the hospital be provided with entertainment and gaming systems while they're going through what is otherwise surely, not the best experience, but they're working to make it so that they can have a good time and distract themselves from, anything they're going through and just play some video games.
Hey, it worked. $60 from Mojo. And it's going toward Katie, so Mini Kitty can be the romantic lead. Thank you.
Very nice.
Hey, it worked. All you have to do is ask.
Yeah.
We have another one from Jardis. $20. First season only stream. Thank you so much, Jardis. Who do you vote for, Jardis? $20 from Trainer Gemini saying Dia. Thank you.
Ooh, thanks, Gemini. Welcome in.
Wow.
My house is done.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Well, that now has put Katie at 115, Dia at 120,
Oh boy.
and Gina at 0.
There's
Poor
$5
Gina.
between the two? Wow.
Yeah,
Isn't
neck
it
and neck.
cool? Get your donos in, everybody. It's a race.
Oops. I mashed through it
Oh.
again. That's fine. That's fine. You can fix that.
That's okay. Awesome. So now we have the house built. And after we build the house, that unlocks the potential to get the absolute essential item for marriage, a large bed. So Jamie will be going to get that shortly. Because sharing a twin-sized bed with another adult, they all look 12 in this game, but
it's
adult,
not preferable.
not ideal.
The house that cheating built, yes.
Yes.
All right, so I need to cover all my tracks because I don't know who we're marrying yet. And what day is Blue Sky Ranch closed?
Thursdays.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, this.
The breadfruit.
You gonna make some bread with that?
I hope so.
You can actually, if you get the recipe. You can also make cake with breadfruit, I think. I don't remember fully, but...
Like a
gonna
fruit cake or something?
Clear out my inventory here.
Oh, you're unglitched.
Yeah, so the way, one of the ways, I think Lana mentioned earlier, one of the ways you unglitch is you save and reload your file.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's just what I did.
Excellent.
It's
Yeah, I was doing
the-
math over here. It's very distracting.
So also a fun thing about this game, if you're... Okay, I'm super biased, but this is my favorite Harvest Moon game of all time.
Same.
Reason being, like one of the main reasons is there are 21 bachelors and bachelorettes. So there's a lot of choice, lots of fun people to choose from. There's 10 women, 10 men, and Jamie. And it's super great. So if you like the choice, and they all have like rival marriage cutscenes that you can see if you befriend. Oh, what is it? I think if you get the same sex partner up to a certain heart level, you can see a rival cutscene. I don't remember though, because we never do it in speedruns. So sorry about
We
that.
try to skip.
Uh-oh. $5 from Ilya. Saying you know who likes dogs? Katie likes dogs.
She
And
sure
they're tied.
does.
Oh my gosh, it's tied.
It's tied. You have to marry both of them. Good luck.
Oh my god. So, fun fact, you actually can do that. You can dupe the blue feather, and you can marry multiple people. However, the most recent person that you marry overwrites the last person, who then does not speak to you as if you were a spouse. It's like they just totally forget.
Oh yeah, you divorced them. Obviously.
So yeah, that second or the first person that you marry will then just get booted out of the house in favor of whoever you married second.
So you're telling me you could do this if they're tied.
So you're
Uh,
saying there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance.
So the only thing is you do have to get the marriage requirements for every single one of those people. Also did we hit the 100? Because we should prep for Flower Festival if so.
We Yeah, we got a 60 and a 20 and a 20, all in
Ooh.
rapid succession.
All right, so we're at the.
We're $15 away from another.
Okay.
Oh my god! All right.
So do the horse festival first, and then we'll have to get the flower after.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're sitting at $260 total raised. So
awesome!
festivals.
Great job, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the reason why I say men, women, and Jamie is because Jamie is your rival no matter whether you play as a man or a woman. Unfortunately, in this game, there are no same-sex marriages. If you play as a boy, you can only marry the girls, and if you play as a girl, you can only marry the boys. Jamie is eligible in both. And depending whether you play as a boy or a girl, they will either wear a wedding dress or a suit. So they are, a fridge.
Did I not put the fridge out? Oh, hold on.
No,
There
got
a fridge?
reset.
What?
there is a fridge. Yeah. So that's why, and Jamie. And that's why it's also 21. It's the odd number. There you go.
Hmm.
There's some lore.
Very progressive game.
Ooh.
Yo, Dampe with
Ooh.
$120 saying for Gina.
Oh no!
A three-way tie for that darling
Woohoo!
Danny. Thank you, Danny.
Wow.
That didn't work.
So get your donations in, everybody. We are down to the final 13 days of spring.
Or
And-
don't. It'll be funny.
Every single one of our candidates is tied right now, so...
Very close race.
Incredible.
Oh, that looked good.
Yep, that was it.
First try dupe yet again.
All right, so I gotta ship 10 milk and 10 eggs. That is an egg. Again, the inventory gets very glitched.
Super
It's hard to
glitch.
tell sometimes what item you're actually on, but luckily the text will always be accurate.
And another festival from that as well. I think 2 festivals total. From
Oh my
that.
god.
Can we do the swim festival just to try to get Bob Thong?
We absolutely can. We absolutely can.
We must.
You don't have to win it, but like just do it. It's so fun.
You're gonna have to guide me there.
Okay, I will. It's spring 3 and it's on the beach. You don't have to bring anything. You just gotta do it.
Summer 3?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, great.
That's also the birthday I choose for myself every time because I am born on the 3rd of a month that is still considered summer. So,
Oh, it's not because of Bob Thong?
yeah, it is totally. That's
Well, it could
the
be,
second
it's just
reason.
fate. It was meant to be.
And so, as you see, there's some music notes. So we get a music note for collecting or for shipping 10 milk, another 10 for shipping 10 eggs, and I'll give Chad a musical note if you ship Jamie with one of our 3 bachelorettes.
Whoa.
Hey.
Wow.
So-
So you don't
So
have to
rough.
count those because you get a note for 10? Or
Yes.
do you... Okay,
You don't have to count.
excellent. Free counting. Love it.
Free counting.
These.
If it means I don't have to do math, I'm in love with it. I don't like counting. I'm
Lana,
bad
what
at it. I
item-
get distracted.
What item did we decide for Gina? Do you remember?
Onion.
Oh yeah, and you can just buy that, right?
You can just buy an onion as a
Okay.
liked gift. You could grow one for loved, but with the spam gifting, there's very little point.
Yeah, it would. Actually, I don't know.
It's up to you.
When can you grow onions? That's a summer, or is it fall?
Yes. Ooh, let me double check. Actually, I don't want to mislead.
Right to Google. Luckily, the wiki for this game is sometimes accurate.
Okay, can I tell a story?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm telling a story. Hi, I was one of the first active runners to come back to Magical Melody in the year of our Harvest Goddess 2020. Pandemic vibes. And when I came back, if you open the game, what are you looking for, Jamie?
I found the flower.
Oh, okay, you're unglitched?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways,
Stop backseating me, Lana. She's here for a
I'm
reason, and it's to
micromanaging.
make sure I don't dingus myself.
So basically, If you open up the manual that comes with the game, inside it says to get married, you need to collect 30 musical notes as one of the requirements. There's a few sources online that also say the same thing. So I came back into this wanting to route a lot of marriage runs with the belief, based on previous runs as well, that you needed to collect 30 musical notes. And over time, through some trial and error and accidents, we found out, wait, maybe we don't actually need 30. Maybe we only need a lower number. And we pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. And we realized you don't need any musical notes. You only need, well, you get a couple of them just by chance, and the only thing you truly need to do is meet Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so there's actually no note requirement, and the manual itself that comes in the game box is wrong.
Wow.
So good job.
It's not even like a misguided strategy guide. It's the manual's wrong.
Yep.
No, funny enough, the strategy guide that was released by, I forget what company now, Brady Games, I believe,
Brady
is
Games.
actually correct.
Oh,
It is
that's funny.
actually
Okay.
correct. Yeah.
So they sussed that out and were like, no, you don't need anything. There is a number that you need, and that number is 0.
It is 0. So like you usually have between like 5 and 6 to get like the first step note. You get
Yeah.
the limitation note usually if you don't mash, or the lone wolf note, little things like that, the shipping note.
Yeah.
But there's actually no requirement. And so I went from routing a 30 note run to get married to this now, basically.
Nice. Is there like a
And-
low note percent run?
No, there is not.
Hmm.
But the problem is that I don't know what the actual end goal of that would be, because technically you'd still want to get to credits, but the problem
Yeah.
is music note collecting, you need 50 to get the credits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't
And
do
there-
credits at all without 50 notes?
No.
Hmm.
Because 50 unlocks the harvest goddess and saves her, essentially.
You don't see
So-
credits for marrying Jamie? 'Cause
You
that
You
ends
do.
the
It's
game?
part of the run. It's like it's like halfway through, I think. It's
Yeah.
most of the way there.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you do have to
You need
watch the entire credits. They're unskippable.
You do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that. Very good.
Oh, Gwen is my
Interesting.
fave.
Okay.
She's literally just a vampire. Like, look at her eyes. Blood red.
So also, the reason we're doing this festival is because of your donations, but also you need to do this festival to unlock a lot of characters, namely Doug and Duke, who run the Perch Inn and the Moonlight Cafe, and they bring a lot of bachelors and bachelorettes that come as well. So yeah, if you have any questions about this game in particular, too, hit us up. I'm humble bragging here, but we are 2 of the people who do know a lot about the game.
Yeah, look
So
at
we
look
will-
at any of the marriage leaderboards and be surprised at the names that are on that leaderboard.
So, are you in the game, Lana? Because apparently there's Doug and Jamie.
Oh my gosh! So there is no Lana.
Oh.
Unfortunately, not in this one. There's a Lana in Island of Happiness and Sunshine Islands, but
Press 1 if you
The
played either of
closest-
those games.
Might be on my
I-
shelf.
yeah. I'm trying to think of who the closest would be. I don't know. Regardless,
I think there's Doug in 64 as well,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he's the redhead guy that runs the ranch or something?
So I have not played Harvest Moon 64.
That's fair.
All the other mods will ban me for that. But yeah.
Doug and
Oh.
Duke? What?
Yeah, Doug and Duke are
Oh, is there?
Well, Doug and Duke are they're the 2 older men that run the Perch Inn and the Moonlight Cafe. So
Oh, I
Doug
see.
brings his niece, one of them, Gwen. And then Duke brings Carl and Eve, who are 2 eligibles. And then Dan also shows up with Ronald at the orchard, but we don't like Dan. Sorry, Dan.
Ah, jeez. They're like Dan here.
So then basically what we did also is to unlock, there's some festivals that you have to fulfill requirements for. This is one of them. So you need to put a flower in the bin in the town square, which JB did. And now we get the flower festival.
Woo!
Yay.
And this is purely just time loss here because you guys donated money.
Thanks,
Thanks.
everybody.
Look at all
But
these
we also get
flowers.
to meet Lila, which is like, that's a win. Lila's cute.
I think Lila is one of the few runs that I actually bothered to save a recording of. Here, let me look. Marriage. Lila. No, I don't have a run submitted. Wow.
Whoops.
Fake gamer over here. I could have sworn I did a run of her. Maybe not. Okay, we're out of here. Alex,
Yeah,
move out of the way.
Oh no. A lot of these festivals in the longer speedruns, yeah, we just leave. Just
Yeah.
to get the musical notes, particularly for any percent, which collect 50 notes. So it's fast, but yeah, we don't do anything.
I think my ultimate goal for this game is to eventually have every Bachelor and Bachelorette ratted out and run at least once decently, but that is a very large endeavor.
Yep. 21 categories.
This is the final stretch, by the way. I'm just going to sleep until summer, so as soon as we see summer 1, the countdown is over. Doug, please read off the totals really quick.
The totals are Katie, $120. Dia, $120. Gina, $120.
Sounds like the first donation gets to decide who the Bachelorette is.
It's like none of this mattered at all.
Get them all in. Get them all in.
Yep.
It's the final race. Let's go.
If we get to
Google
summer
these
1,
characters.
it's literally just going to be the first donation decides it.
Yeah.
As this is spring 27, I'm going to go to bed for 2 more days.
Will we continue the festival unlocking after the
Yeah, absolutely.
other stuff? Excellent. Okay.
We have a limited amount of festivals we can do, but we'll hit as many as we can.
Mhm.
Excellent. Bring it on, donors. Yeah, we're sitting at 4 unlocked right now.
And we've done
Two.
2.
4.
Yeah.
Right? $360 plus $20 with no vote. Plus
Oh,
we started
yeah.
a little ahead because
Yeah.
of just lining up with $100.
Okay. All right, here's summer 1. Who's it going to be?
All right. First donation literally chooses.
Ooh, yeah, get those dog pets in.
That's true. Yeah, we've had lots of donations.
Also, the summer track is my favorite track in the game. It's such a bop.
It's very good.
Yeah, we got some steel drum in there.
Going for a ride over here.
I still think one of my best sad moments was I spent a lot of time working to cook a very particular recipe for a very particular run. And by accident, I was mashing so hard that I turned around and fed it to the dog.
Oh, yeah, I think I
Oh.
remember seeing that. Donation!
Oh, good. A donation. I was about to crack and make my own. $10 from Mojo saying, Lana's choice, please.
Lana! Here
The
we go.
power. $3.33 to each, but then there's an extra penny, so we have to break the tie.
Okay. Was there a specific one on that donation that just came through?
Yes, there is.
All right.
Okay, take it.
$5 from Ilya saying, Katie, Katie, Katie,
Katie!
Katie.
All
There
right.
it is.
Great. Okay.
Absolutely
So
mashing because some of the Katies are misspelled.
right,
she
so
was getting
I
it in very quickly.
actually need to sleep here.
If it's any consolation, I was also wanting to pick Katie's, so it works out really well.
There you go. Okay, cool. So, I need to do the dupe glitch one more time. And I've got enough turnip seeds to risk it. Just yellow it. Yeah, that worked.
That was amazing.
All right.
That was very exciting.
So now we get to do something really cool, which is wait. We are waiting until 6 p.m.
12 entire hours.
Mhm. So
Wait, check. Oh yeah, sorry. I think it's closed on Tuesday, right?
yeah, that's my notes. Literally say sleep in summer one.
Okay, good. I was like, double check that.
So there is a couple things we need to do here. It's not just like stand and wait for the time to hit 6 p.m. because there are a couple things you can do if you just wait. There are a couple notes you get, and those are bad because getting a note stops the timer until you like clear the text. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. So one thing I need to be doing is always be moving, because if you stand still, you eventually get a note. The second thing that we need to do is we can't be outside for, I think it's 10 consecutive hours, because you get a note for that. So what I'm going to do is once it hits like around noon, I'm going to go into the construction shop because I need to buy the larger bed.
I love the note avoidance strats. That's very fun.
It's very, honestly, my experience running MM kind of comes into play, believe it or not, because there's a lot of strats like that in MM as well, where you like specifically do stuff to avoid stopping the timer. Like less load zones are better if you can avoid it, because that's all time that the timer's not running. So.
Yeah, that's RTA time, and not in-game time.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, we're just chilling out here, so we can talk about whatever. Guys, once again, let's go ahead.
Go ahead. Once again, no, please. I'm going to start a conversation. You're going to plug something. That's more important.
Yes, we are raising money for Gamers Outreach, which is a charity effort dedicated to bringing joy to children in hospitals who have the unfortunate fate of having to stay for extended periods of time. So what Gamers Outreach does is they provide supplies in the form of video games, controllers. They have little units that they wheel in to the kids so that they can have fun while they're stuck in a hospital bed. Because, you know, there's nothing worse than, you know, having to wait in the hospital, so why not bring the joy of gaming to them? Just like we're doing right now. We're playing video games, we're having a great time, and every kid should be afforded the same luxury. And that's what we're raising for. If you guys want to make a contribution, you can go to donate.zeldathon.com. Every little bit is appreciated. Every little bit helps, doesn't matter. No donation is too small.
Yeah, we've run the numbers, and like the lion's share of donations come from small donors.
Yeah.
So don't ever feel insignificant.
And we still have a special surprise planned at $2,500. If you raise that by the time this run is over, we have a cool little secret that I'll show you guys. But I won't tell you what it is until we get there. We gotta get to $2,500 first, which we're under $200 away, which is really cool.
All right, what's your favorite note to unlock?
My favorite note to unlock?
Yeah.
Probably the weed note, personally. Call. You always gotta pay respects to Colin.
Oh, a little
here.
bun.
It's Colin.
It's Colin.
Colin the rabbit.
Yo, let's go. All right, what's your?
I think,
What's yours?
well, my first instinct is to say the owner of Mother Earth note, only because in this game another cool thing is not only do you start with one of the base properties, there are a multitude of properties that you can purchase, so you can just monopolize the whole island, and the menuing to get all of them is super fantastic. So I like that one because you can just monopolize the entire island and buy up all the properties. But I also do like a lot of the festival notes.
Nice. And what's the worst? Of course.
Oh. Okay, I got you. So
Excellent.
there's anything involving fishing. There is one particular note that involves collecting all of the kingfish in this game. One of the kingfish is like the right boot that is just in the river somewhere as a piece of trash. One of them is just randomly off the island in the middle of the ocean. And one is at the bottom of the lake mine, which is, I believe, 100 floors deep, very difficult to get to. And not only do you have to make it to the bottom, you're usually exhausted, your stamina is draining wildly fast. You also have to have enough stamina to fish and catch the kingfish at the bottom of the lake mine. I can't even emphasize how difficult and frustrating it is. It ruined the life of one of our runners doing an all notes run because we decided to run as women, and she was pregnant in game, which also severely lowers the stamina that you have, which is a great mechanic.
Yeah, true to life, I'm
So-
sure.
Can confirm. And she got all the way to the bottom, struggled all the way through, cast her rod, and passed out, and did not get the fish. It was
Wow.
very sad. Yeah, it's very, very, very upsetting. So
So-
that is the long story
Yeah.
short of why the kingfish note. I forget if it's expert or master angler. They have different requirements. But the kingfish one is very brutal.
So not a popular category, all notes.
To my knowledge,
So-
there's one run completed. It was like 17
Wow.
hours.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So we believe with the knowledge that we have now, we can get it down to 10 to 12, but a lot of us have retired. I was also part of that race, and 9.5 hours in run, my computer bricked. It just stopped working. I've never had that happen, but I had to literally unplug it from the wall because
Wow.
it 9.5 hours in, it stopped working.
So
My
I was so
goodness.
tired.
that's probably like my ultimate goal. Once I'm done with this game in, like, I don't know, 5 years, I'll probably finish off with an all notes run and see how it goes.
Your magnum opus.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Until then, I'll keep running the marriage categories, and maybe I'll run glitchless eventually. We'll see.
Glitchless is so fun. I describe glitchless as like that is the category that you do if you actually want to see the game. Because you go through all of the seasons, you do a lot of I don't know. I personally really like glitchless and would like to get better at it.
I've never run it.
Eventually.
What's up, Jackson?
And then we also get our swim festival tomorrow. It's gonna be
Oh,
be great.
please, Bob, I'm begging you. We need it.
Guys, as a reminder, every $100 we raise, I have to distract myself with another festival. There's one I have to do tomorrow, and we're gonna try to shoot for Bob Thong, but
And then do we still have one more after that?
I
or-
believe so. Yes.
Yeah, 4 total.
Okay, there is a romantic festival on the 7th.
7th. Do I need to do anything for that?
You just need to go outside when it says festival.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I think, Mm, yeah, I think it should work. There's just a couple romantic festivals later in the year that you have 2 hearts with someone for. I don't think this is one of them.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right, so we go to the Moonlight Cafe. This is just so that we can have this cutscene play, because this sets the trigger for Katie showing up in fall.
Mhm. It's Duke!
Yeah. Where's Doug?
Yeah, where's Doug?
Not here, sorry.
Come on, Doug. Get your act together. We're all here. Actually, someone call up Drum Ultima. Let's get all the Dougs in one place.
Douglas Perry,
Oh, Eve is a fave too.
of course.
Her design is just phenomenal.
Is she the vampire? Oh my goodness, yes.
One of them.
One of them
That's
is
an
Gwen,
answer.
is also a vampire. There's 2 of them.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, so that's also the fun lore if you missed it in the beginning. A year and a half ago, I didn't know Jamie or Doug, but Doug, we met when Doug was running Harvest Moon 64 for funsies. And then Doug eventually raided me at one point, and Jamie came with that, and then somehow we just all became friends. And then I invaded Zeldathon,
Mhm.
and now we love Harvest Moon and Zelda all together now.
Yeah.
Lana and I even did a stream together once. That was a lot of fun. I got to
Yeah.
visit Lana.
Yeah.
Well, it's all Catherine's fault. She's the one who wanted me to play Harvest Moon 64, so
There you go.
thank her.
Blame Kath. Yes, there's also a
There
Maria
is,
in this game.
yeah.
Yes, and I have the
Oh my
record. I
God,
have the
poor
record
Lana.
in Maria marriage. Don't worry.
Of course, you have to.
Yeah, Maria's the librarian. She's great. She's also the mayor's daughter. Mm. So, very fancy.
All right, so now here's the Schwimmy Festival.
Oh, it's so good. Just go to the beach. That's all you got to do.
Let's go to the beach.
This festival is iconic. If you win, you get a power berry, which boosts your stamina. There's a few ways to get power
PB.
berries. I'm not gonna list them all because I don't know them all. Um, oh
Just
yeah,
Brady games know them all.
that's the other lore. Is Doug and I? Well, we knew each other before then, but Doug was in AGDQ because he's in. And I got to host his AGDQ run of Zelda's Adventure.
Yeah.
So that was
fun.
that was also a win.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that you had actually requested that specifically. I thought it was just fate because you had said you wanted to do a Zelda run, and then you got that instead. But no, you were like, actually, I know that person. Let's do that.
Whenever you get host, they're like, yo, do you want any specific runs? We'll try to accommodate. And I was like, my friend Doug, that's it. Just
Well,
give me
what's
Doug.
very funny is like I didn't notice at first that like my run had been incepted until like my phone exploded from you and I think Monica and a few other people that were like, oh my god, and I was like, what? What's happening? And then I was like, well, it's just doing the sort of intersection of all of these people that are excited for me. I can guess what's going on here.
Lana, where am I going?
You just, it's gonna happen. Talk to everybody. Sorry.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen was not the proper advice. I apologize.
Bro, where's Bob?
I quickly remembered. There you go. Okay,
Alright.
okay. So you know how to do the festival.
Press A to swim and touch all 4 colored boys. No Bob.
Okay, good luck. Go. Wait! Oh my god!
No.
What?
No,
Is
it's
it?
Lewis.
Oh, Lois!
Not Lewis. I told you it would be freaking Lewis.
Did you save? Can you reset? Does that change the seed?
It actually does. That's how you do Bob Thong. Is you sleep all the way to summer 3, and then you just keep resetting your game until you get Bob.
That's
So
good. You
this
don't have
one
to like
is-
start from the beginning.
Yes. So it's us, Jamie, the 2 guaranteed ones, and Blue, who lives at the Sky Ranch, and Lewis. He is Anne's potential future partner.
Mm.
He's an inventor.
What is he invented?
Probably the milk machine. I don't know.
Is that a machine that makes milk or that
Or I'm sorry.
milks things that make milk?
Sorry, I meant the butter machine. There's a butter
Oh,
machine
okay.
and a cheese machine.
Go on.
I think you won. Wait, why are we spin? Oh, you're.
Is someone on the dolphin? Can you use the dolphin?
You can. The problem
That's
is
not
it doesn't. No, but it doesn't go. It only goes the direction it's facing. So yeah, there you go. So you can. Oh, you can use it, but it doesn't necessarily.
Help.
Yeah. Here we go.
You've touched
This
them
is
all.
the
You've got like the.
other- Yeah, nice. This is the other RNG point though. Is not only do you have to win, you need to.
My game
Like,
just
it's-
crashed? No, okay.
No. It's however. It's however fast the other CPUs win as well.
Oh,
So that's what makes this run so awful is because it's the RNG of whether you get Bob, whether you win, and how fast the other competitors finish because that's part of your time.
Mhm.
is Bob a powerful competitor? Or are
Uh,
they all like equal?
They're all technically. I think Jamie's potentially boosted for AI, but I can't confirm that.
So
Gotcha.
What was the other festival? Summer 17, you said?
Summer 7, I think. It's the boat festival.
All right.
I forget the official name, but you like send boats down the river because it's romantic. It's wishy or something. You send a wish.
All right. Guys, we are $180 away from the special surprise that I have planned for you. I really want to show this off, but we are kind of getting close to the end of the run. I need to sleep until the festival, though. So don't delay. Donate today.
Nice.
I know you guys can do it.
We had a milk bar at daybreak.
Oopsies.
So you can make milk. Just a little bit of paint and water.
Oh.
That's how milk is made.
That's what cows do, right?
Yeah.
Sure is.
That's why I don't drink milk.
Chalky milk kind of goated, though.
True, I do like chocolate milk. Wait, it might not be the 7th. It might be the 9th. No, it's the 7th. Go outside. Sorry. I don't remember.
Where am I go?
this festival. Oh, shoot. Calendar. I might be misleading you.
Let me just go to bradygames.com.
Well, so Jamie, you'll have to go back to your house, sorry. It's not a trigger festival, this is what I was talking about, is this might be one of the romance ones that we can't do because we don't have 2 hearts with someone. So just skip this for now.
Okay. What's the next festival on the list?
There's a Firefly festival at the end of the month and a fireworks. The Firefly, we need to put a moonstone, so we'd have to go mining to go get a moonstone before summer 15. And then there's fireworks on summer 24.
Okay, let's just do that one.
Okay.
Oh, we got a
Ooh,
hurricane.
So yeah, the Firefly Festival is good if you have Moonstone, but it takes a while to get to because mining is a whole thing.
Mine?
Gets me every time.
Never stops being funny.
And then Fireworks Festival is just another longest cutscene, but it's cute.
Yeah, we're just sleeping here. We got to get to fall anyway for our friend Katie to show up.
And for the thematic festival as well.
So while we are waiting, why not head over to donate.zeldathon.com and slide a couple dollars over for Gamers Outreach. A reminder that 100% of your donation goes to the charity. We don't see a single cent of it. All of your money is going to a good cause. And
Yeah,
again,
the joy of gaming, spreading it to some children.
Yay!
Bob Ross's The Joy of Gaming.
like that one that we just got.
$5 from Cadion saying, please pet Rufus.
And
Thank
we're
you."
petting Rufus.
Ooh,
Let's do it.
heck yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take this time to put out the large veg.
Good call. I do not want to admit how many runs I have completely tragically lost because I didn't put out the large bed and wondered why the cutscene didn't trigger.
Why is my bed so small?
In case it's not obvious, we put the large bed right next to the door just so that we can leave as soon as possible. And that does actually have some strategy where you can mash A and get out of the house before the little circle you'll see here, the little circle that zooms in. You can get out of the house during that little animation, and it is used to skip notes sometimes, which can be good or bad. If you accidentally mash, you can skip the marriage note, which is really bad. Because that is when you split on your timer. And I have done that before where I'm just casually mashing A and skip the note.
Yep. Okay, so summer 24 is the fireworks festival. Once again, you just go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Throw in a little. Oh, sometimes that can happen. There we go.
And then I think we get to meet a couple characters at this festival too that we will see once and talk to again. Yay!
A cow-sized strawberry or 40 strawberry-sized cows? Dude, the cows would be so cute. You could keep them as little pets.
Yeah.
Dude, I tripped
nice
into the cutscene
trick.
trigger. That's awesome. When you
That was really
trip,
good.
you go full speed and you just continue whatever direction you were going before for a couple seconds. Well, it's like
It's
1
like a
second.
dolphin.
Yeah, it's like the dolphins. It's a dolphin on land.
It's Lewis.
Who's this
There he
nerd?
is.
Harry Potter looking.
$5 from KGO Kev. Pet Doge?
I will.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, I'm out of here. We gotta watch the
You think about
fireworks.
it.
We gotta watch the
Oh,
fireworks.
you have to. If you think about it too, if 6 people send in dog donations, then we get a new controller.
True. Ooh. Goal achieved. Special surprise.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh, that's a big one.
Big boy. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Oh my god.
This dog is going to get pet so much.
I don't know if we can do that many pets.
200 pets.
That's a lot of pets.
Open up a pet store.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, Joe is
so
with
much.
us. Little fireworks, bro.
It's so sweet.
$1,000 from Deranged Native with no comment. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
No.
It's a huge
Wow.
donation.
Yeah, that'll get multiple consoles. That'll get lots of controllers and games. All sorts of stuff. Thank you so much.
I know not everybody in chat has the party emotes or the Dampe emotes, but I think if everybody could press 1 in chat to show their appreciation for that donation, that would be awesome. Everybody, just type the number 1.
I'm coming in with the party. 1 sec.
Well, I'm so excited. We get a special surprise.
Yeah. We'll find out what the surprise is after the Pumpkin Festival. Don't worry.
We'll all find out. You'll all see.
10 festivals? Oh god.
Oh my god, the
Shoot.
game lagged
Every
so much.
festival. Well, enjoy every festival, folks.
Yeah.
I'll need you to check the calendar for fall just so I know which actually take place in fall to see if we can even do them. Because I know we're getting a little limited by
There's Deranged Native with a 1 as well. Thank you
think-
for your
I
hype.
We'll go to 2 more festivals and then call that.
mhm.
Yeah, we'll do every one that we can. We're about to finish the game.
Yes.
Lana, you need to be my festival coach for me.
How am I gonna coach you?
Just tell me what I can do, what festivals I
Okay,
can
look
go
at-
to on the way.
I'll get you to look at the calendar on the first day of fall and I'll assess.
Okay. Till then, we're just gonna sleep until fall one, and then we'll get to the meat and potatoes of what the marriage speedrun involves.
Mm-hmm. There's been like 4 hurricanes so far. That's unreal.
Good thing it doesn't affect the run in any way, because there are certain runs where that could actually mess me up.
Yes.
But
yeah.
this run, we don't care. And luckily, as far as festivals are concerned, it's guaranteed always sunny on a festival day,
Oh, that's
which
nice.
you can actually use to your advantage. The only disadvantage is if it's a festival, you can't do the sequence to get the blue feather, which is how you complete the marriage.
Oh, they're saying we're very nearly at our first gaming cart at
Oh,
$3,500.
there you go.
A whole cart. It's like movie day at recess. You get to watch Bill Nye or something.
Yeah, they're
Except
carting
it's
in
video
the.
games.
Imagine the excitement you felt. Now imagine being a kid in the hospital, seeing they're wheeling in Donkey Kong 64 or.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not watching Air Bud. You get to play Air Bud. Or
Where's the Carlander?
NBA Jam or something.
Oh, sorry, it's on your wall.
Oh,
Back of the house.
like my Facebook wall.
You need to put it out. Sorry.
Oh my
when
God.
The big house. It was there until we got a bigger house. Yeah, there it is.
Only on this wall? What a limited calendar. All right, here you go.
Okay. So check the 9th. Yes, we need romance for that though. So give everything to Katie. Yes, we could do that.
Okay.
Sure. Yep. 24 Harvest Festival. That is put a crop in the bin before that day. We could do that.
We have breadfruit.
And then the last one is pumpkin. So technically we could do all of them if we
Yeah,
wanted.
let's do all 4 for that $1,000 donation.
Excellent. Very good.
All right, so we are going to Cafe Callaway, which hopefully I remember it is. Don't tell me, Lana. I want to figure it out. Let me play the video game. It's over here, right? Am I getting warmer?
Okay.
Getting warmer?
Marco.
Yeah, I'm the
I
one
don't
who's
know if that's
supposed.
how that game works.
Oh wait, 9 a.m. Whoops.
Nope. There's a little link.
Jamie, sorry. Hi, could you read that sign again, please?
That is not the right spot.
No, it's not, sorry.
Oh,
Ooh, there it is.
Ooh!
We hit the threshold.
Oh my gosh!
A
That's
big
our
sniping.
first go-kart!
whoa.
Wow.
Before the end of our segment, y'all!
Thank you so much.
Very good. 12-12 from Captain Trina. Let's get to that first funded cart. Thank you. And Gannon with the follow-up. 169.54. One fully loaded go-kart with ketchup, please. Thank you.
Oh my god!
We got a cart. Thank you so much. We're wheeling it in. Kids are gonna be
That's
playing
huge!
probably Among Us. Let's be real, Fortnite or something. Not one of my boomer games, you know.
Definitely.
So if it's any consolation, when I was in the hospital as a teenager and I broke my thumb, and I saw one of these game carts that I unfortunately could not play because I had a broken hand and an IV in the other one.
Oh no.
It was great, yeah. But I remember, I'm pretty sure they had, it might have been a Wii, and there might have been Twilight Princess on it. I have a vague memory of this.
Ooh.
But I remember myself being fascinated by, and I'm not sure if it was the same company, but just gaming carts in general. So can confirm from personal experience, these gaming carts are super, super snazzy. Go-karts, apologies. And we already got one whole brand new go-kart. So let's get another one.
You love to
Oh.
hear it.
Can you bump up the dono sounds a smidge?
Bump up the DN overlay. There we go.
The jam.
You know what
Yeah, people
DN
wanna-
stands for, Lana?
Jam out.
Donuts.
Yes. Good save. Good save.
Wow.
It was the first thing that came to mind because I had a maple dip donut this morning and
There
it
you
was
go.
really good.
Classic
No
Timmy's.
hesitation. That was incredible.
It's Katie!
There
She's-
she is.
There's Gamers Outreach right now, celebrating the go-kart. Yay!
Yay! So, fun fact about Katie, she's one of the worst wives, only because I'm pretty sure within like a day of marrying her, she goes into the whole,
She goes into the hole.
No, it's
In the hole.
In the hole.
I forget her exact text, but it's something about like thinking you're gonna leave her or something.
Oh,
no.
or- Yeah, I don't remember her exact text, but she does get very intense post marriage.
All right, here we go. Here is how you marry somebody in Harvest Moon Magical Melody. We are still duped, as evidenced by the fact that, wait, am I still duped?
Are we still duped? That's a good question.
I am still duped. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So, I have infinite of everything that's in my inventory. And just like before, we can gift as many times as possible to Katie and have her affection continuously rise. And this works out well because it's much faster than coming in every day, waiting for 9 and then just doing it that way, which is what people used to do before the dupe glitch was discovered. Now we can just spam. The unfortunate thing, though, is that we have to do this 155 times. So
fun.
get comfy, folks, because we are in for the long haul here.
So is there a story behind how the dupe glitch was discovered?
Yes. So our lovely, we have an amazing person in the Harvest community. His name is Desert, or Desert Penguin 8. And he dove into the memory of this game and started looking for some coding stuff and was tracking how much the affection would go up. And what he noticed while tracking the affection is that, yes, you get 20 affection points when you give them the first item of the day. But even after they say no, they gain +5 affection points every time they put said item away. And that's what he saw in the numbers. So that's why we can do it all in one day, but it is 152. 152?
155.
155 is what we're shooting for.
Is it 155?
Yes.
Oh, it's 192,
It's
isn't
195 if it's a liked gift, which in
Where did
some
I get the
cases is
two
faster. I don't know.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Regardless, another thing the Desert found that is very, very, very interesting that destroyed our glitched category and will destroy your hands
Oh, good.
is there is a way to beat the game in like 27 minutes or something, because if you do, I forget what the exact number is. Oh, that's the 27. I think if you do 27 perfect dupes, that means no double dupes, which you can also accidentally do if you're mashing A and B too hard. But if you do 27 perfect dupes in a row, which is really, really, really hard to track, let me tell you, you can trick the game into somehow thinking it has 70-some music notes. I don't know why. He would have to explain it a little better, but it's something about every time you do a dupe, it brings down an internal number in the system, or it changes the internal code to the point that when you hit that certain number of dupes, the game thinks that you have 70-some music notes. And you can beat the game.
Very
So
cool.
it is very, very cool. This is one of the games that falls under the unfortunate reality of the faster it gets, the worse the run gets.
I mean, you seeing what I'm doing here?
At least it's not like intensive on the hands.
Yeah, I'm just switching
Yeah.
between pressing X and pressing A. That's all I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, you're not like manual super swimming out here.
No, thankfully no. Because there is like a window before, like I'm pressing X right now, and then finally I can pull it out. So
Yes. And I've never counted it myself, but I do believe that some of the women have slower
All of them
put-away
do.
animation.
all of
Every
the
single one
all
of
of the women have a slower put away animation than the men do. So
Because dresses rarely have pockets.
in true,
Ooh.
Lana, you have pockets right now.
No.
That's what I
Sadly,
thought.
this dress does not have. It's devastating. There's no pockets on this dress.
People task the perfect dupes run. No, but I could.
It has
Yeah?
not been tasked, but it could be done. Yeah.
Tassing,
But it actually.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
tassing on Dolphin is not fun though. So, but yeah.
Essentially, it has been done. I tried to do any percent glitched, like unrestricted, but I also have carpal tunnel, so I tried it a couple times, failed miserably, cried, and just gave up. And
Yeah,
decided that record is not worth it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want
Um,
to wind up like with a broken thumb again.
No, exactly. So it is doable. I believe Desert and O'Malley have successfully completed runs of it, but it is very, very, very challenging. I do not recommend it. Please just run regular glitched or glitchless with me. It's way more fun.
I think you guys really knocked it out of the park here, by the way, because Katie is the longest marriage category aside from Jamie.
Oh, nice.
I did a run of this once, and unfortunately, I'm very bad at saving my VODs, so the run is lost.
Oh,
But
no.
it's the important part is that it's Reddit, so I can just recreate the run at some point. But I think it was an hour 15 or so is what it took me. Something like that.
Hi.
Hello.
And Katie does not even have the most annoying voice of the game.
Not by a
Remember when I
long shot.
said-
She's not even top 5.
Wow.
No, I said I hate Dan. One of the reasons is his personality type in the game is really annoying. He's just unfortunately into la drink and la gambling and wants you to give him money all the time and
Damn.
has the most annoying voice in the game that you have to listen to 155 times.
He's my
So-
goat.
Yeah. You
Sounds like
Dan?
sounds like a real winner.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's like
he's
Shane
a lot.
from Stardew.
There is some Shane love out there. I think there's more Shane love than there is Dan love. So
That's fair. Our friend Dan, I think, initially married Shane, so he could fix him.
I can fix him.
I could fix him.
Mm.
So how's the count? Where
We are
we?
at 55. This is the 55th.
Oh my god.
Which means we still have 100 more to go. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Wow. I thought we were crushing it
love
with
this game.
Get comfy.
Yeah. no
So,
kidding.
the other thing, like a lot of these categories have an absurd amount of either gifting or, for example, any percent glitched. We do planting. And in that category, what we do is we found out that every tree you plant correlates to a certain heart level for every single character. So what you do is you unlock as many characters as you can. And for every 100 trees you plant, you get 1 heart with every single person in town. And
Oh.
there's a ton of musical notes that you unlock friendship for each of the bachelors and bachelorettes that you unlock at 2.5 hearts. So what you do is you meet as many people as you can, and then you know the math, everyone. You plant 250 trees.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I've seen Jamie do that one.
Yeah, that was in one of the Jamie. That's in the Jamie marriage run too,
Yes.
Yeah.
which I hope
Must
to
really.
never do again. It is. I'm happy with the sub 3. That's all I need.
So every other marriage category in this game, the 20 base bachelors and bachelorettes, all you need is 8 hearts, which is what we're doing by spam gifting here. You need the level 3 house, and the large bed. Those are the main requirements, and unlock Alex. But for Jamie, what you need to do is all of the above. Plus, you need to get 1 of every animal,
Mhm.
ship 1 of every crop, and save the harvest goddess, which is 50 musical notes.
Own all the
So-
land. Too,
Own all
right?
is it own all the land?
Or maybe that's just for the note.
I think that's just for the note.
Okay.
So yeah, you need 50 musical notes, ship 1 of every crop, get 1 of every animal, and Jamie up to 8 hearts. And that means saving the harvest goddess involves.
One
sitting
big
through
thing that we're
credits.
forgetting
Yeah.
is that spam gifting doesn't work on Jamie. So you have to do it the old-fashioned way.
true.
Yeah.
Wow, why?
I
Weird.
have no idea.
The one character.
Incredible, of course.
The one character that you cannot spam gift. So you do have to gift them every single day.
Luckily,
Which is
you
the
are.
initial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are going outside a lot in that run anyway, so it's fine. You can read it in with other stuff, but there's still a lot of going to Jamie gifting, going to bed, and doing it over and over.
How many notes are there?
There are 100.
100.
Oh, there's okay. So you just do the 50 quickest ones.
Yep.
Nice.
Unfortunately, a lot of even with the list of notes that you have, a lot of them are still really bad.
Yeah.
But some of them do route nicely still. Like the tree one, you wouldn't think that the tree one is one of the 50 fastest, but it does, by consequence of what you're doing, get you a bunch of other notes anyway. So,
Yeah.
like, for example, you have to constantly be eating eggs to replenish your stamina. And there is a note for eating a lot. So you get that in the process of doing it. So just stuff like that just makes it worth it, even though the action itself is not that fast.
Yeah, that's good when they can like synergize like that.
Yeah. And like
There's a lot of.
ideally you do 1 on each type of weather day so that you get the notes for those as well. but RNG can be a fickle thing in this game.
That comes into eggs.
Lots of egg. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Egg. Yeah.
All right, we are at 89. We are over halfway there.
Oh, man, it's like we just
Yes!
started. It was just yesterday, it feels like.
Yep.
Literally, it feels like we started this a whole day ago.
There are some candidates that you have to gift outside, and that really sucks because you'll notice that time has not passed since I entered. And that's because most indoor places time does not pass.
Oh.
But some candidates are only found outside, which means you actually are competing against the clock, and you do eventually have to go to bed and start over again.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I think all the women are inside at least, so
Yeah.
the slower put away
Eve-
doesn't bone you.
Yeah, Eve is the only one that. Well, no, actually, I think now we do Eve inside with spam gifting, because then you can access her on the first day you open up the Moonlight Cafe. Because otherwise, she's typically only found outside, or sorry, the only time you can get her predictably is in the Moonlight Cafe when it opens at 6 o'clock. But we also found out that she does appear around the lake and other areas starting at noon. So you can find her outside earlier. But I think now that we get it all done in the first day we unlock the Moonlight Cafe, it's just waiting until 6 o'clock on that first day.
Amazing.
One present a day is enough.
So yeah, there's a lot of things to consider when you're planning a marriage run. Well, a lot. The main thing is just trying to weigh the loved gifts and the liked gifts, because like we mentioned, the loved gift, we get plus 20 affection points for the first time that you give it to them and plus 5 every time they put it away. If it's a liked gift, it's plus 15 and plus 4 every time they put it away. So you're kind of weighing out how long does it take me to get a loved item for them versus a liked item, because there is a significant difference for some of them. Like some people have loved items that are just really, really, really challenging to get. So you kind of weigh those options.
Yeah, the way the math works out is if you want to do a liked gift, then you gift an extra 40 to them. So instead of 155, it becomes 195. And there's one candidate, Dia, actually, where I had 2 different routes planned out. One where you get a liked gift in spring and just start gifting as soon as Dia is available. And then a second route where you sleep until summer, get a blueberry, and then use that because it's a loved gift. And somehow, there's a lot of factors, like there's RNG that we'll see a little bit later. But the run I did where I slept until summer and waited for the loved gift ended up being like, it was within a minute, but it was like less than a minute faster than the spring round, which I was really annoyed at, because like I wanted to be like, I just want to know which one is definitively faster, and I did not get an answer at all as to which one was faster. All right. We're at 118. We only have less. We're down to the final 40 here. And then we get to do some fun stuff.
Excellent.
Heck yeah.
And then we'll
fun
make our
stuff.
way to the Pumpkin Festival. I don't know if we're going to have time to do the other festivals, to be honest.
Sure,
We're going to
yeah.
have to play it by ear. But yeah, if we can just sleep until, what is it, summer 30? Or fall 30, rather?
Yeah.
We'll see what the time is once the marriage happens.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so with all of these characters, that's the reason why we talk about how it is a nice goal to have, to try to route and marry every single one of the Bachelor and Bachelorettes. But just imagine doing this 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
More than 3,000 gifts.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
That's the math.
That sure is math.
Usually
Yeah,
what I
that would be
do
a great one.
I usually try to have some sort of beverage to keep me occupied. I'll have some streams open or something, just so that I'm not completely bored out of my mind while doing this.
Binging a show.
Yeah.
Well, can you do the tree thing? Doesn't that give you hearts with everyone?
You can, but it's a lot
So-
slower.
It is
Oh,
much
okay.
slower because you do that over the span of 3 different days.
Mhm.
Also because of notes that you collect. So the amount of time and so the other thing, Doug, is that the tree strat gets you to 2.5 hearts. So if you wanted to get all the way up to 8 hearts, that's 800 trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I think
So
in my Jamie run, the tree section alone was like 36 minutes or something like that, which is far worse than this. Trust me.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
powerful split.
it is really, really good in any percent because it gets you a lot of notes. Like it gets you the note for planting a tree, it gets you the note for hoeing, plowing 100
Killing.
with a the tool is anyways okay
Tiller.
100 yeah, that's it. Well, no, it's called anyways 100 pots. You get a note for eating a lot of eggs because that's the big eater note. You get a note for sunny weather, cloudy weather, and rainy weather. You get a note for picking up weeds.
Woo!
You.
Which you do need to pick up a lot of weeds in order to till the land as
100.
well.
Yes. So there's a lot of notes that, although it takes a lot, and you also get every single bachelor and bachelorette's friendship note, remember? So that's like 20 different notes. It's pretty significant. So
All right, 10 more. We're almost
Excellent.
done. Almost done, gamers.
heck yes. Thank you to everybody for sticking around as we continue to raise money. Already got one go-kart. Can we get another? Let's go.
We still
I
got
believe.
we've got I believe 2 more segments today. We've got the Halloween segment that MC is
Yes.
doing next, and then Phasmophobia to end the night. But
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be
so
a-
good.
Yeah,
We are
both
going
of
to
them are
be-
going to be a ton of fun.
and we're going to be doing this all weekend long. So tomorrow, starting at 12 noon Eastern, we will be having 2 more days of fun Halloween-themed segments. Go to zeldathon.com/schedule to check out everything we're putting on.
Yes, it is jam-packed with lots of thematic, scary, fun segments. They're not all
So, unfortunately, the note is just called the Big Eater note because you just have to eat 50 of an item. Like it can be any item. So as long as you consume 50 things.
Notice that Katie is at
Oh.
7 hearts. I'm just making sure I counted right because I'm pretty sure I'm at 154 right now. So this should be the 155th.
scary. Does it have to be the same food or any food? 50 times.
Any food.
Okay.
Now she's at 8.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
Wow.
Pog.
Nailed it.
So
were you counting on your fingers?
No, I had a calculator open.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Spring Farm's open today, right? On Thursday?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna
Just Monday, I think it's closed.
undo the dupe glitch and then buy a pumpkin. The Spring Farm. I can't do it yet. If I try to buy a pumpkin now, it'll be gone forever.
Yeah,
No.
we don't want to do that.
Alright, we still got 20 minutes. I think we're good.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll be able to hit the wedding and the pumpkin festival for
Mhm.
sure.
Fantastic.
So yeah, now we have satisfied all the requirements for marriage. We just need to sleep and then hope that it is a sunny day.
Yeah.
So you have to be married to get to the festival?
Nope.
No.
This is just the parameters
is
we
just
came up with.
Something fun to do? Okay.
Imagine.
Imagine giving Gaston 155 eggs.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, that's a couple of days worth of eggs.
Did we get that pumpkin, by the way? I was just a little thrown off by the money. Okay, good. It just suddenly jumped to the infinite number, and I was like,
Hmm. All right, so here is Theodore because it is sunny.
heck yeah.
Cool hat.
And this is when everybody starts to hate their lives, because this portion of marriage runs is quite possibly the heaviest RNG that we have to contend with.
Yep.
I'm pretty confident that this, like, there's literally nothing you can do about it, but the way that the boulders fall is completely RNG and can easily save or lose seconds in either direction for sure. So it's great.
We love it.
We love it. So you can spend all of this time doing a run and have really, really great RNG. But then you get to this part of the run and it absolutely ruins you. So what we're going to be looking for in this mountain climbing, because that's how you get married. You climb a huge mountain to get a blue feather to get married. Dedication. And what we're looking for is avoiding boulders and the wind going straight up. If it goes straight up, it gives us a boost. Left and right, there is significant lag on screen, and it pushes us in a certain direction so that we're not climbing up as high, which could also push us into the boulders themselves.
Yep.
So
We just kind of pray.
lots of fun things. Just gotta pray.
Luckily, this is just a fun little marathon run. I'm not really concerned. As long as I make it to the top, I'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Mario Party mini game.
Yep.
Mario Party 4
Yeah.
specifically.
There's
Ooh, there's
left
that wind
draft,
right away.
Left draft to start. We're looking for updraft.
What's up, draft?
There you go. I was waiting.
I'm devastated. Yeah, I
This is
can't
right
say
where I
that
think,
I've ever
yeah.
had a perfect run. But your ideal would be just to be staying as close to center as possible, just getting updrafts the entire way. So, and the higher you climb, the more rocks spawn as well. So you'll see every exclamation mark is a boulder, and it's brutal.
Okay, we got
And you
updraft,
do
but I
this-
gotta move.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. See, there's sometimes a hitbox can just be completely. Oh, we got two updrafts. Nice.
Ooh,
Very good.
nice.
I do have to move out of the way again, though. But once I hit the line, I'm impervious to the boulders. Yeah, that's fine.
And if your stamina bar runs out, so that's that red bar next to the character's head, you fail the challenge and have to do it again.
But we're good. Now
We're-
hands off the controller, just plays the game for me.
It's an idle game.
Love it.
Very good. You survived. Congratulations.
This track
Yeah,
is
so
also
this
really good.
It is really good. Honestly, this game has such a good soundtrack. It's quite good.
All right, here is the blue feather. And now we just got to bring this to Katie. So luckily, well, I guess unluckily, we have to wait for 9 a.m. again for the cafe to open. But we can kill a little bit of that time by carrying the feather all the way down, as opposed to putting it in our inventory and sleeping. So
Does this game have a cafe mask?
it does not have a cafe mask,
Oh,
unfortunately.
shame.
But yeah, the actual speedrun for Katie, you would remain dupe here, and you would just carry the blue feather. Because remember, as soon as if you're duped and you put the blue feather into your inventory, then it deletes the blue feather forever.
Then you die in real life.
Yeah, exactly. I did actually have a run that died because there was a herb placed right in front of a rock that I wasn't able to jump over.
Yeah.
But here I unduped just to be safe. But I also needed to get a pumpkin, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once again, that falls into the category of the heavy items like rocks and trees are always predetermined, so there are ways to get around them. There's one rock that's a little sketchy, but you can still do it. But the light nature items like herbs and flowers are randomly generated every time you play. So if you get one right in front of that rock, you can't jump it, and you are forced to surrender your blue feather.
Ugh. You have to pocket it and send it to the void.
Yep. And there's
Sad.
no way to get another one. You can't climb the mountain and get another one. Once you get it, the game marks it as received. And the only way you can get it is by reloading your save wherever you may have saved.
Stupid permanent
So-
flags.
Yep. So it's a one-time item. Once you get it, it's marked as got, and that's it. So, yay.
Hooray.
All right, so we're just making our way over to the cafe. We will have to wait a little bit, but maybe not actually. Maybe it'll be 9 by the time we make it there. We'll see.
I think, yeah, we're going pretty slow.
Yeah, you do move slower when there's an item in your hand.
It's a very heavy feather.
Yes, indeed. There's the burr.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, we're actually making really good time.
Yeah. Going here on the perfect line.
She is outside.
That
Bye.
She's
line.
outside. Oh, she's right here. Oh, beautiful.
That is a massive win.
She's helping.
Thank you. That's
Bingo.
actually if this were a real speedrun, that would be a massive time save. Anyway, here's the wedging.
Yay, there's
This
the
is just
bells.
a-
That's a good sign.
Long cutscene here.
Excellent. Wow. Cool hat.
Little top hat there.
Well, yours. Is that you with the stars on your hat?
No, that's Joe.
That's
Oh,
Joe.
that's Joe. Never mind. It's like, wow, you put on your wedding hat. Oh, you literally did, actually.
Yep.
You do have a wedding hat. Never mind.
Yep.
You both have a veil. Yours just has a bill on it. Incredible.
Dampe.
That's right.
Guess that's what happens when you press B. You can't say no.
Oh. Bro, you climbed a mountain for this. What are you talking about?
Marriage is what brings us together. To wedge.
Just bonk your heads together.
Oh, listen. You haven't lived until you've seen the Bob marriage cutscene because both characters move forward in the same way, but since Bob is so much taller than the player character, it's a forehead kiss.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So good.
He's just got that giant head.
Yep. Yeah, this walk away from everybody is brutal.
Yeah. Because you got
So slow.
because when you split for time, it's when the note appears above your head, and that you just have to wait. And don't mash
Yeah,
A
you're-
here, otherwise you skip the note.
Do you still technically get it?
No, you have to.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay. So you're not officially married if you accidentally mash through it?
Mhm.
So
Alright,
yeah, talk to Katie for me too, just for
Okay.
Talk to your wife.
Just for
I'm curious what her dialogue is like. I forget what it's like because first she'll ask you what you want. Dear. Okay. And
I just want to talk to my wife, bro.
She's crammed in with all the interactable objects.
Aw, that's
sleep
cute.
and ask her again the next day.
Okay.
I'm having
I'm-
second thoughts.
I forget when the dialogue kicks in, but there is a very interesting line. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you hate me
Oh,
now?
it's your
Oh, it's your
birthday!
birthday. Happy birthday.
Fall 5.
Okay.
We'll try again. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Okay, maybe not right away. Anyways,
Okay.
just keep sleeping. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we're gonna sleep until fall 30 here.
29.
29. Yep.
I think, yeah, we have to put the pumpkin in.
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
If we might break the schedule just a little bit, but I'm sure MC will be okay if we go just a little bit.
Yo, Katie's here in real life.
Katie's
Everyone
here
that's in the
real
game is
life.
here.
Yo.
We got Doug. We got Jamie.
Katie,
we
you
got
wanna
Katie.
you wanna join?
my
You wanna
God.
join the call, Katie? You wanna hang out with us for the end? Jump in the Discord. You know where.
You married Dampe. How do you feel?
Oh my gosh. That's a question.
Alright.
Dono's barely just you.
Bet you guys are wondering what the special surprise is. Anybody got any guesses? Any
Ooh,
guessies?
get your final guesses in, everybody.
Wanted, like on a poster. All right. Well, she's still happy.
She's still happy, yeah.
I was
wanna see if I
promised
can- let me find
regret. Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna try to pull up her dialogue dump here. Magical melody dialogue dump.
Love
Sorry,
a dialogue dump.
Dialogue what?
Dump.
Dampe.
Oh, okay. Here's line number 2. It's actually not quite regret, but it's equally hilarious. I'll never forgive you if you cheat on me while I'm at the cafe.
Ooh, laying down
Oh
the
my
law
God.
early.
Yeah, she's gonna kill you.
Respect.
And the third line is, "Don't you think I'm quite natural as a wife? Don't you?"
Mmm.
Do her eyes turn red for that second, don't you?
She's got some scary lines.
I think there's gonna be a couple cutscenes I'm gonna have to go through when I go outside as well.
Oh, yes, actually.
So you have to bring a pumpkin to the festival a day
I gotta-
beforehand?
I gotta ship it to the
Oh.
shipment box.
And they're just scattered about?
Hmm.
They're like a plant? A wild plant? What are we doing? We're sleeping. We're sleeping until the right day.
We're going to bed.
Yeah, a lot of Harvest Moon speedruns are just big napping. Yo, let's
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hi.
Hi,
There you are. Okay.
It's Katie. For real.
Katie.
it's me.
You're in the game and in real life.
Oh my gosh.
She really does talk like me.
Okay, we've got a few more days left to go, and then we pop a pumpkin in the panier.
The what?
Panier. It's French for basket.
Oh,
Because I couldn't think of another P word for box.
yeah.
Où est le panier?
A French lesson. How fun.
Package.
There you go.
Package.
Package. That could work.
Package. Alright. We're going
Today's the
outside.
day.
There we go.
But we get to watch this cutscene.
Yep.
She gives
So there
you
is a
gift.
cutscene for every bachelor and bachelorette at their liked 2.5 hearts, and their
No,
own.
Carl's leaving. Dude, time loss.
Carl!
Bye, Carl.
Carl, no.
Business has been a bit rough, boys.
MC, I'm gonna.
Together.
Sorry, I'm gonna exercise my executive schedule powers and give myself an extra 5 minutes. I hope that's chill.
The segment lead.
Yeah.
With the gavel.
Oh, I guess we don't get the Katie cutscene. Nice.
No, it's one cutscene a day. So
Ah.
you will get it tomorrow on festival day.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
like
you
in
had a
real
pumpkin
life.
already.
Yes.
Just like in real life.
All planned.
Only one cutscene a day.
So yeah, when I was originally proposing this to Lana, I'm like, there's a Halloween festival in this game, right? She's like, no. And I said, "What? There's literally a pumpkin festival. It's called the Pumpkin Festival. What are you talking
I
about?"
didn't think about it.
And so we're like, "Okay, well, let's do that and throw in a marriage and see how it goes."
Perfect. MC isn't prepared, so we're fine.
Ooh, can
Alright.
I attempt to mimic a Katie voice line if someone donates 1505?
Do it.
Ooh.
Try. I would need to hear the character again.
Well, here she is.
Oh, it would help if I'm watching the stream.
Yeah. She didn't say
She doesn't
anything.
say much, but beside like hi really loud.
Yeah, if you can jump into the VOD like 30 minutes ago, you'll hear it 155 times.
Festival time. Oh, yum.
Did you
Goodbye,
eat-
yogurt.
You'll
Oh,
let me know when he shows up. Okay, great. I can run this for a while.
we can vamp. It's Halloween after all.
Yeah, we got some fun
Oh my
gamers in the
God.
chat.
Sorry.
Everyone getting your points for Team Werewolf. We are absolutely killing it.
Do we still have the furry tag on the Twitch channel?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question.
What is it? Vampire, werewolf, and mummies?
Mummy.
Nice.
Wait, where are the channel point redeems? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They timed out?
We're at the Pumpkin Festival. Look at all these pumpkins. Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
Happy Halloween.
It's a Halloween themed segment. Oh, jack
We did it.
We made it on topic.
We lived.
Heck yeah.
We get another power berry. All right. Look at that big one. Oh my gourd.
True. Sub Joe.
See
Cool
ya.
hat.
Just talk to everybody here. This guy.
Whoa, that's the guy from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wait, you're right.
My wife. My wife. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah.
Where's Jamie?
Yay!
All right.
Then he's like, yo,
Katie-
thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Does
coming to
Katie
the
say
podcast.
anything other than that one line?
No.
Okay, you
Well,
know what?
that, like-
Accurate.
All right. Are you guys ready for the special surprise?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. You're gonna see a blue screen for just a little bit here. Don't mind it.
Playing.
Special surprise. I'm so excited.
Wow, it's a Wii.
Oh,
So
preview of the next segment. Yo, let's go.
I saw some people being like, how can you call this Dampe-thon if there's no Dampe in any of the segments at the actual marathon?
Nice.
So let's go visit Dampe, shall we?
Yeah, dude, let's get a piece of heart.
Put Dampe in the marathon.
Incredible.
Go overworld. Graveyard. Yeah. Here we go. There he is. There's
The
Dampe
lad.
in the marathon.
Incredible. We've done it.
Just go ahead and
Dramatic.
give myself money. Okay.
Cheating?
Here he is.
Yay!
He's in the marathon. Wait a minute. Hold on a sec.
You big head mode?
I'm gonna go ahead and where is it? Settings. What am I looking for here?
Language is
There we
currently in
go.
Japanese.
There we go. Yeah. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
It hated that.
I can't even advance the text now.
Oh no.
It was just
Just
doing it forever.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that again.
Dampe just got like the Zalgo text.
Dampe's actually in the marathon.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you for lighting him up, Navi.
All right, let's see how many tries it takes to get to the heart piece. Don't mess around with the graves. I'm not a bad guy. I'm a nice guy, though.
Dampe spam is incredible. Thank you, folks.
Oh yeah, let's get the Dampe emotes in chat.
What do we
Big
got?
thank you to everyone for your donations. You're the reason that we're doing this.
Deal.
Is MC around?
Yes.
Oh, he is? Okay.
And he is now in the channel.
We're gonna give this 10 attempts. And if we don't get the heart piece, then we're just gonna end.
If there's anything we're good at, it's counting.
Yep. Oh, he wasn't close
Wow.
enough to the patch.
Oh, okay.
Attempt number 2 for real. Nope. Red rupee though. So the way that Dampe works is every time he digs, he has a 1 in 10 chance of digging the heart piece. And the game doesn't decide what it's going to give you until the moment he digs. If he walks all the way around the graveyard and digs 15 times, there it is. Third try.
Yo.
Third try is really
Let's
good,
go.
actually.
It's fate.
There you go. Thank you so much, Dampe. Guys, this is Zeldathon Side Quest, Dampe's Twilight Tour. We've got plenty more coming up for you. We're raising money all weekend for Gamers Outreach. My name is Video James, joined by Lana Ruse, fellow
Hi.
Harvest Moon speedrunner. Got Duggernaut and Mini Kitty on the mic
Hi.
as well. Thank you, friends, so much for joining. And stay tuned for the next very exciting segment.
Bye.
Bye.